All right. Oh, allergies acting up today, guys. Strange one. Feeling a little strange. Like Stranger Things that I got to watch tonight after we get off live. I do not want to be on here long because I do want to catch Stranger Things. Hold on, let me bring a little light. You guys can't see me. Hold on. There we go. Whew. What's up, y'all? Echo? There's an echo? You guys hearing an echo? Yeah, still at the parents. I don't go back till tomorrow. So Stranger Things is trash. To be honest with you, my brother is just now watching it, and I walked through. He finally made it to season 4. He's like in the middle of season 4, and I was just taking a look at the screen. I was like, wow, season 4 was so much better than what we got right now. But I'm gonna finish it nonetheless. I made it this far, so. What's happening, Clan? What's up, Prime? Almost midnight. Pop champagne for sure. Sohan just needs to be able to roll, and at this point, if they're not going to use him at all, I'm wondering, because I know the front office want to keep him. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a reevaluation in the off season. But I don't know, man. I don't know. If I'm Sohan and like it's not clear what my role will be in the future, I would just sign somewhere else. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so this game, really happy we won this one because that was very dangerous. We did not need to lose this one. So first and foremost, we should probably talk about the good news, right? We should probably talk about the good news. So I want to start this off with some great news, some phenomenal news, okay? When it comes to Wembanyama. And I was terrified because of what happened with Jokic, but we did get some good news. Clan, you seen my comment? Clan? I don't think so. Before we do though, real quick, if you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check out Sleeper, link below, link in the description box. But if you don't like making picks and daily picks, one thing you can do is go over to the social media section. I always say that section, and you can see highlights, updates, injury reports, stats. Like Julian Champagny having 36 points tonight. Oh my God, hitting the Spurs record for the most threes in a game. So good. 12 threes from Julian. Absolutely incredible. We lose without him tonight, which is crazy to say, but that's just how much depth we have, right? So anyways, if you guys are interested, go check out Sleeper, link in the description, and you'll get a 100% match up to $100 if you use promo code CLAN. So as you guys know, Wembanyama went down, and the entire sports world, I know that we're in our own echo chamber as far as Spurs fans, but the sports world was very scared, right? Everyone was scared. Everyone was terrified. No one wants Wemby to go down. We already saw what happened with Jokic, which thank God it ended up being just in hyperextension. But with that being said, it was nerve-wracking. So here, this isn't a clip of the injury, but this is a few screenshots that Bleacher Report showed. And as you can see right here, it was a little hyperextension right there. Now, I'll be transparent in saying that I was very worried, obviously, but once I can't remember which teammate came up to him. Was it Steph Castle? It might have been Castle. But Wemby started saying like he's fine. Like I could read his lips. He was saying, I'm fine. Just got to walk it off or whatever. And when he was walking to the tunnel, and TV caught it, so that's really good. But you could see him screaming out, I'm going to be all right, or I'm fine. I'm going to be right back or something. He might be saying, I'll be right back. I think that's what he was saying. But right here, it looks like he's just kind of walking it off. It is not the same with what happened with Jokic. Like Jokic was down, and it looked like it was detrimental. Like he looked like, oh my god, my career is over. Like he looks devastated, even getting to the locker room. But even with Jokic, I was like, the fact that he could limp off. Hopefully he'll be back this season. Now, even better news is Wemby went down, and he did end up back on the sidelines shortly thereafter. Like, he didn't finish the game, but shortly thereafter, not too long, he was back on the sidelines, up, cheering on teammates, up out of his seat, sitting down, getting up. He looked totally fine. And one thing about Wemby is he has actively worked on conditioning when it comes to his flexibility, right? Like we've seen those freakish alien videos of him doing yoga, and people are like, how the heck is this guy just so flexible? He works on that because of him being so lengthy. And a lot of people say that those guys that are that tall are injury prone, which they aren't incorrect, but Wemby is one of those special cases where, I mean, we've seen him tweak ankles and we're like, oh my God, and he's just right back up because he works on all of that to make sure he's good to go. So we did get a report, and we got it from Shams here. He says Spurs star Victor Wembanyama suffered a slight hyperextension in his left knee in tonight's win over New York. An initial test came back negative and showed no major injury. So that is huge news. There is nothing here indicating that he won't be back fairly soon. I'm hoping he could just come back next game, right? As you guys know, we don't have that many games with this. They probably do need to just change this 65 game rule, guys, because if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year this year, that's just disgusting. And I really hate the fact that the Spurs have already used up one of their games in which you can play under 20 minutes and it still count towards the 65. So he only has one more game in which he could play 15 to 19 minutes and it still counts. And it feels like this next game he should play 15 to 19, but hey, we already kind of used it. Well, I mean, I guess we can use it now, but then you won't have any more left. So, but hopefully he's fine. Hopefully we can get him in there. Hopefully he can, because I do think that those, like, it's not super important, but those individual accolades, they are important to an extent. They are important to a team. I think to a team's morale as well. To say I got the MVP on my team, right? Putting all faith in that. I mean, they have faith in Wemby, but I have defensive player of the year. I have the best defensive player in the world on my team. It's just good for morale overall. But anyways, just wanted to show you this good news. He's going to be okay. We saw him on the sidelines. We saw him telling fans that I'm all right. We saw him telling teammates that I'm all right. And knowing somebody like Wemby, he's obviously one of those players you're going to have to protect him from himself, right? Like lots of players are like that. Kobe was like that. Jordan was like that. Like these guys that just want to play no matter what. Shoot, even Manu was like that. You got to protect these players because they will play injured. But this actually genuinely seemed like something where he is totally fine, right? So he's going to be okay. Nothing to worry about. And I'm glad that 6th man of the year, hey, maybe. I'm just glad that he's okay. Legion Hoops tweet, he talked about it. Legion Hoops. Kind of weird only using one hand. Right, let's see. Okay. We'll take a look. I'm sure we'll just watch the press conference for another segment, but yeah, here's Legion Hoops. So Wemby said, I'm feeling good, just sore. I was close to coming back into the game, but they had to hold me back. I expect to be back next game. I'm not sure what the medical staff expects. Why every time he says something, bro? I'm sorry. People can say, man, oh my God, all these media sources, oh my God, they're just always glazing Wemby. How do you not with phrases like that, bro? How do you not with quotes like that? Like, I don't know what you expect. I expect back. I don't know what y'all expect. But yeah, so he said he was close to getting back in game. He was just a little sore. He expected to be next game, and He don't know what the medical staff expects. That's dope. He's going to just force his way into the games, man. I don't want him to get hurt, but Wemby being held back. There's a lot of haters. Medical staff about to hold him a month. Wemby should be back pretty soon. It wasn't anything too crazy. He's actually not human. Amazing that he's healthy, man. Yeah, really good stuff. So that's even better news. Thanks for telling me about this quote. So we're good to go. And hopefully we get to see him next game. He is a monster. He is an absolute monster. So if it's up to Vic, he'll play one leg. Yeah, well, that's what I kind of said, right? You gotta protect some players from themselves. And I think I mean, what do I know, right? But I feel as if being a Spurs fan is pretty rough sometimes because I feel like the medical staff goes overboard with stuff to the extent where sometimes you get other players injured, if you know what I mean. Like they will hold back a player so much, even if they're good to go. They will hold them back several games. Like, oh, we're being successful right now. But by holding that player back, you're putting more strain on another player and then they get injured, right? Like we kind of saw that earlier in the season where it was like, dude, you holding certain players back, you just injured another, right? I think that's what happened with Dylan Harper as well. It's like, what are we doing? Like people, they need to play together. They need to be out there. Just limit his minutes. That's what I say. Just limit his minutes. Castle is hurt. I saw his hand wrapped up, but anyways, good stuff. Harper got hurt in practice by Steph. Oh, maybe it wasn't Harper. Maybe it was Castle. It was Castle. It was Castle I was thinking of. It was Castle I was thinking of. Castle got hurt because he got that hip injury. Low key concerned about Harper not going. Wait, is Harper hurt? What are you guys talking about? Thumb broken. What are we talking about? That was a while ago. Okay. Guys. Chat. I'm going to say something, but I don't think you guys are going to like it. Okay? You might not like what I have to say. Now, before we get into anything, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Link in the description. You get a 100% match up to $100. Use promo code CLAN and they will hook you up. But if you don't want to use Sleeper for daily fantasy sports, that's totally fine. Just download the app and check it out just for the updates around the league, right? You can get to see injury reports, updates, breaking news, highlights, play-by-plays during games, live stats, all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. Link in the description. And yeah, I heard something. Is this what I was thinking of? Potential Anthony Davis trade. I heard that the Atlanta Hawks, there's some crazy stuff going on with them. It looks like they might end up having a clean house, which would be interesting. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That would actually help us quite a bit. As much turmoil is good for us. As much turmoil as possible is good. All right, so I got some stuff to say about this game, and I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it, nor do I really care. I have to just be honest. I have to be honest. Like I've talked about this before, but it just I don't know. It's apparently obvious, and he's going to bounce back. Okay, he's going to have games where he looks really good. But I have to talk about Steph Castle. Okay? I have to talk about Steph Castle. So Steph has not been looking the best the last few games. I mean, one thing that's been a constant struggle is outside shooting, which we already know that. And I didn't think that that would really change that much this season. And that's just going to be something that you have to work on in the offseason. So I don't expect that percentage to go up significantly or anything like that, which nor does it have to, right? But the issue that we're coming across right now with Castle is his play style, which is not a bad play style, but his play style does not create much creativity on the offensive end, especially for our starters. And also, when you go against teams that are a little bit better around the rim or a little bit better at defense in general, you're going to struggle quite a bit with the way that he likes to play. Now, not only am I not crazy about some of the stuff that Steph Castle attempts to do, just kind of like just just a bull in a china shop trying to Keldon Johnson that thing into the rim. I'm not crazy about that because we already had one injury from him, that hip injury, and I just don't want him to continue to beat himself up in those situations. Now, let me go ahead and say this. I love Steph Castle. I think that he is a great player. I think that he was very deserving of the Rookie of the Year award. I think he was the best rookie of that season or of that draft. I think that he is here for the long haul. I can see him here for the future. I love Castle. I love him. I love him. I love him. But what I don't love, and maybe it's not necessarily Castle's fault, but what I don't love is playing through him. I've said that since day one. I don't think that this is going to win you big time games once you're in the playoffs playing through Steph Castle. Now I cannot speak today. Sorry guys. I'm like kind of sleepy. It's New Year's Eve. Sorry. But I will be very happy to be wrong and saying that playing through Steph Castle, you can still, win it all or go far in the playoffs or whatnot. But I just do not think that that's the case. He's more of a combo guard. He's a guy that you put at that second slot and you kind of keep him there for the most part. And on occasions, you can run the offense through him. But I never feel comfortable when he has full reign of the offense. And kudos to Mitch because he has actually been benching guys when it's just not panning out, right? That leash has been coming off a little bit with certain players. And Steph, he did not finish the game with them. I think he put him in the game at the very, very end, I guess just for defense. But he did not play him down that crucial stretch in the fourth quarter. I very much so trust Fox with the ball in his hands, even though he makes some mistakes. I mean, he went 1 for 8 today. Like, that's horrible. But even though he makes mistakes, I really do trust him way more than with the ball in Castle's hands all the time. Now, what I think that the Spurs should do, and I've said it since day one, and there's going to be a stretch, I already believe, because I believe in Castle, there's going to be a stretch where he looks great again, right? And he's doing his thing. But long haul, I'm just putting this out there right now. I don't think that this is going to help us in the long haul. But what I would really like for the Spurs to do is if they just had Castle come off the bench, because he will destroy second units. You put him out there, especially with him and Keldon, you're just going to destroy them. I think that Dylan Harper in that starting lineup is just better. Even though today Dylan Harper stats wise he didn't look the greatest. And I mean, obviously the bench overall plus minus was kind of horrid, but Dylan Harper is really good. As far as keeping the creativity on the court, keeping the ball moving. I mean, they can't keep up with him. Like, anytime he gets the ball, they cannot keep up with him. So it just keeps the ball moving, keeps us finding those second, third reads, because Steph Castle isn't that type of player, right? He's not going to see the second or third read. He's going to see the very first read that's there. And he's going to make some pretty basic passes, which is fine, which is all right. But it's not fine when you try to play through him so often. And it seems like Mitch Johnson is finally kind of coming back on that a little bit. He can start, don't get me wrong, but you need to play through Fox way more. One thing that somebody mentioned during my last live stream, which it kind of resonated with me with a little bit. I was like, wow, I didn't even really think about it, is they pointed out that De'Aaron Fox and Wemby's chemistry isn't necessarily at the point that we would expect at this point, right? Like, a lot of people expected that De'Aaron Fox and Wemby will be like just clicking, hitting each other for so many points, but not really. That's not really the case right now. De'Aaron Fox is, I don't want to say doing his own thing. I mean, that sounds like he's not finding anyone else on the court. But when it comes to Wemby, it seems like more so Wemby's just a distraction for De'Aaron Fox to get to his spots. But those two have not developed like great chemistry together just yet. And a big part of that is the fact that they haven't really played together much. I think that this is the 7th game in which Wemby has started with Fox. I think that's what the stat was. I could be completely wrong on that, but I think it was 7. But even apart from that, it's because you have more guards and you can play through other people. And even last season, you were playing through Steph and Chris Paul, and then De'Aaron Fox had to get his surgery. Wemby was hurt and all that stuff with the blood clot. And then in this season, it's been kind of the same thing. Like you're playing more off of Castle. And I really want De'Aaron Fox and Wemby to get that cohesiveness because they could be so freaking good together. But yeah, so I'm kind of yapping, but this is not a hate Steph Castle, segment or anything. I think it's just blatantly obvious that Steph Castle is someone that you can't continuously run the offense through. He's going to have his games. He's going to go on a stretch again where he looks really good and everything is fine and this ball is still rolling, but he's just not that type of player. And he wasn't that player in college, and he wasn't that player prior to that as well. He's not that primary ball handler type, which is totally fine. And also, no insult saying someone can come off the bench. Okay, let's stop. Wemby came off because I already know some people are going to say that. Wemby came off the bench and he was totally fine. I mean, obviously Wemby wanted to start, but he was totally fine. He did it for the team. You do what you got to do, right? And that's your example right there. And if you are just now becoming a Spurs fan, I'm not angry with you. Manu Ginobili, someone who's the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest bench player I've ever seen in my lifetime. He came off the bench. And he was a superstar at one point in his career, like undoubtedly superstar of the NBA coming off the bench. So you can do it. Even James Harden came off the bench at some point. So I think it's just for the benefit of the team if we could do that. But I don't know. We'll see what Mitch Johnson does. He's definitely putting things more in his hands and experimenting a little bit more and being pretty decisive with his decisions. I think he's been very good lately. So, but yeah, superstar. You don't think that Manu Ginobili was a superstar? Is that a crazy take? I didn't think that was a crazy Chio Clan? Manu Ginobili? I think at one point he was a superstar. I definitely would say Manu Ginobili was a superstar. Not his whole career. It was a few years, though. Is that crazy? Manu in 2005 was absolutely like that? Yeah, I'm saying like that Manu, I mean, I ain't watch him like that. Oh, okay. Then why are you telling me to chill? Yeah, Manu Ginobili was a superstar. Oh, I was born in 2005? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. I can't believe you did me like that. Come on, Clint. What you talking about? And you were born when he was a superstar. Come on, bro. So, yeah. So, if superstar Manu can come off the bench, anybody can. But yeah. So anyways, that's my take right there on Steph. I just wanted to kind of address that. I love him. I think he's great. People don't believe me when I say that because if you criticize anybody, they're like, oh, you don't like them? That's not true. I like Castle. I've advocated for having Castle on the team. During that draft, like I want Castle on the team. But the way that we've utilized him has been kind of weird at times. Anyways, besides that, this game overall was absolutely horrible until it wasn't. This game sucked. Julian Champagny, he had to go 11 for 17, guys, for us to pull this one out. Everyone else, Vic went 2 for 2, and he would have done even better if he stayed in the game, but he had that hyperextension. But Fox 1 for 8, Steph Castle 0 for 3, Barnes 0 for 1, Kelly Olynyk 0 for 1, Keldon 0 for 2, Carter Bryant 0 for 1, Dylan Harper 0 for 3 from from behind the arc. So it was all Julian Champagnie. But like I said last game and this game prior, I'm not expecting the Spurs to shoot 20% from three continuously, but it seems like everyone's struggles are still there. But at least Julian Champagnie got his confidence back. And not having Devin Vassell, he had to step up the way that he stepped up. So it was really nice to see him do his thing. And he basically saved this game for us. Like, he hit some huge, gigantic shots for us. Wasn't the prettiest watching Julian Champagnie try to guard Brunson, but it is what it is. You got to deal with it. He definitely needed to stay on the court. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. But Vic was absolutely incredible. He was going to torch, and I mean torch, the New York Knicks in that fourth quarter if it weren't for him going down. So it is what it is. De'Aaron Fox was fine other than the three-point shooting. His percentages would have been really good. So everywhere else on the court, he was great. He has 7 assists in there, 3 steals. He is very sneaky defender. Steph Castle, like I said, he struggled this game. He's been struggling. But I really do think it boils down to his role on this team. Like, sometimes you can't just lean on him to go do something for you. He makes some huge mistakes. Anyway, Kelly Olynyk, he was okay. Nothing special there. Keldon Johnson was intense, man. He was intense. Don't look at the percentage. You're probably looking at the 5 for 12. If you didn't watch this game, you're like, well, he's under 50%. No, he was intense. This game, he was absolutely awesome. And I never thought in a million years I would say this, but I finally feel comfortable with Keldon Johnson finishing off games. And that was not the case the last few years. But now it's like, yeah, and this one in particular, he definitely should have been in there. And he made some huge plays, smart plays, controlled plays. Now, at the very end, with Jalen Brunson stealing the ball from him hitting that 3, that was very frustrating. It's like, bro, pay attention, hold on to the ball, look at your surroundings, right? But, I mean, you're in the corner. I mean, that was an insane steal and shot. Like, I don't know, but be careful, man. So that kind of had me worried. But overall, he's been so controlled. He played chaotically, but he has a controlled chaos, right? Not comparing him to this player, but a player that I love, obviously mentioned Manu Ginobili. That's a player that has controlled chaos, and Keldon has that in his own way now, which I just love seeing it, man. He's not making bonehead mistakes. His defense is good enough. Team defense is good enough, and that's all you can ask for him, right? Like, it was really nice to see. Carter Bryant made some pretty bad mistakes in this one, I would say. Yeah, each one of his fouls were just on him. Like, I didn't look at those and be like, oh, come on, that's not a foul. Like, it was pretty bad. But that's just rookie mistakes. He'll be okay. Luke Cornett, he was great. He made a really big shot in there at the end there. So he was doing his thing, played some good defense, best defense you could play. He had 3 offensive rebounds. I mean, he did his thing. And Dylan Harper, percentage-wise, wasn't great, but overall, I thought he did pretty good. Dude, that foul, that flagrant foul, what was that? What do you do, bro? What do you do in that situation? They called a flagrant foul with him closing out. And I'm like, I don't even know how you're supposed to guard the three-point shooter in that situation. If they're just going to call anything. Like, what was that? Oh, man. Gunna says, last year, Clan, last year, Clan, I think you mean you used to constantly say that Keldon doesn't fit this team. I didn't think he did. He does now. I don't mean this in an insult. They dumbed down his role, and he has embraced it, and he has been playing smart. And I mean, he still have those moments where he has that tunnel vision, but I guess maybe also with having so much talent on the team that helps. But he's just been good, man. He's just been really good. I never doubted how good of a player Keldon was. I just always doubted his tendencies. Like, I thought that the tendencies would be something he wouldn't be able to get off of, right? It's kind of like watching Russell Westbrook, where he has these certain tendencies that he has that he just can't get away from. He can't break these tendencies. And teams have kind of encouraged him to do what he's done throughout his career, and it's hurt him. quite a bit throughout his career, right? And I thought that Keldon Johnson just has certain tendencies that's just not going to work. But no, he's been great. He's been controlled. He's been smart with the ball. He hasn't been doing anything crazy. And then his defense is not great, but it is significantly better and is significantly an improvement. And maybe that's also, like I said, you got more talent around you. Maybe that's it as well. But he's been awesome. He made a drastic change. Yeah, he did. Look, hold on. I'll show you. Look at this Keldon Johnson. Let's see. Is it stats? Yeah, look at his percentages, y'all. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, what do I expect? What was I supposed to expect? I mean, I have not been like, I've always liked Keldon Johnson as a teammate. I've always liked him as far as the energy and some plays that he does make. But for the last few years, I have not been someone who's been high on Keldon. I was pretty worried about him. Like, I gave it some time, but then I was just like, guys, I don't know if this is going to work. But last season, 48% from the field, so he's under 50, 20 or 31% from three. And with a player that doesn't play, especially that season, didn't play defense, like his defense was horrible, I couldn't really justify, being excited for the next season. But he's bumped up his field goal percentage by 10%, so 48% to 58%, and his three-point percentage has increased, so he's taking less threes, which is good, and then it increased another 10%. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. His rebounds have increased as well. I mean, good God. He's been incredible. Rebounds up too? Yeah. 4.8 to 6.4. Like, it's crazy. And if you go to the game log, this kind of gives you a good example of what I'm talking about. So if you go last year, I mean, look at some of these percentages. Wait, is this last year? It's last year. Yeah, he started off the year last year shooting 34% in the first month, and 46%, 49%, 50%, 51%, 50%, 46%. And you look at this season, he started off shooting 63%, 56%, 59%. Like, come on. What do you say? Yeah, turnovers down too. He's just been better. Yeah, he's been excellent, man. He's been excellent. It's going to take a lot of bad Keldon games to get out of my good graces as a fan. Like, it would take a lot of bad games at this point. Like, I'm totally bought in. Yeah, I was definitely wrong. I was wrong in saying that I was wrong to say that his tendencies wouldn't change. They definitely did. Was not expecting that, especially when he's been that way since college. He was great. Lux agreed. What did he say? Keldon, 6th man of the year and most improved player. Most improved player would be really good. And yeah, he could be 6th man of the year. Can he? I don't really know who's in the running for that. But yeah, most improved player. I don't see why he wouldn't be a candidate for that. But anyways, so this game overall, much needed win. Next man up. This just shows how good this team is. Wemby goes down, the entire arena is deflated. Doesn't matter. We still managed to pull that one out. Spurs went crazy in the fourth quarter, shooting 41 points to their 30. At one point in this game, you were down by almost 20. I'm pretty sure it was almost 20. And yet and still, you found a way to win this huge game. Knicks was a gigantic talent. And I know some people are like, well, Mitchell Robinson didn't play, which, yeah, that's true. But also, Devin Vassell didn't play, right? And we could have really used him as well. And Wemby was out in the fourth quarter. So if any Knicks fans want to go at you about that, hey, we were missing guys as well. And we still managed to grind this one out. So really proud of our team. I think that was a much needed win, and going forward, hopefully, because teams got us on their scopes now, right? They got us on their scopes. But the Spurs can really manage to win these, because the Knicks one I actually was quite worried about, guys. But now it should be pretty smooth sailing. Like, we got a few tough ones coming up. Let's see. Like the next, like Lakers, we got the Lakers on the 7th on a back-to-back. So you got Boston, Minnesota on a back-to-back. That's tough. That's tough. And then you got the Thunder. But right now, hopefully you can cruise a little bit. You got Indiana, Portland, and Memphis. So hopefully we can win those. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. Proud of this team. Really proud of this team for this one. Let's see. Where's your boy Sohan? On the bench. Yeah, they have not been playing my boy Sohan. But hey, I kind of mentioned that, not in this segment, but earlier in the stream. It's all good. I'm not going to hold my breath. And also, I think overall we've just been playing really well. I still believe you can use him. He's too talented not to be able to do it. But I'm wondering if this is going to have to be a later on thing. I have no idea, because even when he's on the court now, he hasn't been with this group enough. So it's going to take quite a few reps. But I do think that you could still use Sohan. Like, I'm not crazy here in thinking that. But, we'll see. Maybe it had to be kind of a rework on what their role is going to be for him, or what they need of him going forward. But, I'm not going to trip about it. I've been kind of cool about it ever since Mitch Johnson has publicly said, like, him and Sohan are talking on the same page. Like, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to trip about it. At least Sohan defends the 3. Sohan's a very good defender. But unfortunately right now, like I said, those 6 minutes he got the other night, I was very disappointed in him. And it wasn't just because, hey, he's not familiar with playing with the group, because he hasn't. It wasn't even that. It was certain things that he was doing where I'm like, you're forcing it. Like don't force it. Kind of let the game come to you a little bit, right? And that was very frustrating to see from Sohan, because I was like, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, but I think teammates were even kind of forcing him the ball. It's like, let's not do this. Like, trying to force him. You're not going to automatically get great minutes just because you hit a couple shots in those 6 minutes that you've been in. Like, that's not the reality of it. Let the game come to you. But it's really tough when you give him limited minutes, and then it's really tough. So I don't even know what type of leap he's made, because we haven't got to see enough of him. But yeah, stop saying Sohan, he's gone, let's move on. He's still on the team. He's actually, if you look on the bench, next game, look at the bench and see if you see Jeremy Sohan. He's actually still on the team. So anyways, moving on. I'm sick of the Sohan discourse. Just get rid of him. I think you can still use him, but if you do that, you definitely want to get something out of it. But as of right now, the only thing we heard is the Spurs might be looking to move Olynyk, but I don't even think that was a reliable source. So Spurs might be moving no one. All right, I want to go over a press conference. Probably go over Wemby. All right.
We'll guide you through how to connect your PS.
All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Is my phone going out? I wonder if I plug this up, is it still okay? Never mind. I guess you can't plug it up while you do your thing. All right, let's see. Did we get a Wemby post game or we got a Julian? I love Julian Champagny. I really do, but I want to see Wemby. Okay, we got a Wemby one. All right, chat. We got a Wemby one. I definitely want to see that one. I don't want to disrespect Julian. He was incredible. I mean, great career game, right? He is far underpaid for what he does for us. And I understand all that, but we got some pressing matters here. Okay. I gotta hear what Wemby has to say. Now, before we look at that, if you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check out Sleeper, link in the description. You'll get a 100% match up to $100. All you do is just head on over to Sleeper, use that promo code CLAN, and when you go through, you just choose, hey, you think this player is going to do as well in this specific game or poorly in this specific game. Very easy, very simple stuff, and you just go about your day and see if you can make some moolah, okay? All right. So let's take a look at Wemby. See what he has to say. I'm very eager.
I'm feeling good, feeling great about the win. Obviously, I know your questions about my body. Feeling good, just sore. Very confident.
Did they done any testing on it back there? Is that
already as much as we have here? Yeah, but I'm
makes you confident, optimistic.
Yeah, I was confident. I mean, I was bad. It was this close to coming back in the game, but they had to hold me back.
On that play, when did you know that it was felt a little bit weird?
I knew when it hurt, but it was the good thing. It was just a hyperextension, so it should be minimal, whatever the thing is, but yeah, we're gonna do everything tomorrow still to check that everything's okay.
What did you see from?
All great news. All great news. We already kind of looked over this, but yeah, just good stuff. So Wemby, even when he went down, you could see him tell his teammate, like, I'm totally fine, like I'm good, I'm all right. Because they said, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm okay. And then when he was limping off into the tunnel, he was screaming to the fans that he's going to be back. Pretty sure he was saying, like, I'll be right back. I don't know.
From the bench, as the way you guys close that out.
Sorry if you guys hear popping. You know, it's New Year's Eve, so they're pretty loud out there.
From the locker room at first, I saw these guys. I mean, being very strong mentally. It wasn't a game that was given to us. Like, they had to go and get it. Julian obviously was amazing. It just, yeah, it was really cool. And to see the energy of Keldon at the end and the fans being behind us.
Keldon was losing it on the court. He was losing. When he got pushed, he was losing it. I love Keldon, bro.
It was really cool.
Did you teach Julian how to win that jump ball at the end? Did you learn that from you?
I'm not sure he did, because I actually lost my last one today, so he did the opposite of what I did.
Because you were kind of hobbling to the locker room, it looked like.
This is a really good look, by the way. The fact that Wemby went and took questions and everything. Like, he's okay. He's okay. This is not a Jokic situation. Oh, he's out for a month. Like, Jokic looked genuinely hurt. Luckily for us, Wemby is a freak of nature, but he also works so much on his flexibility and doing yoga and all that good stuff. So he's all right.
You said something to reassure the fans. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can hear their reaction when they see you limping.
Of course.
What did you
Huge,
say?
exactly.
I just told them I'll be all right.
Exactly. Oh, he was saying it to the fans. I'll be all right. There's a difference between missing the next game and missing 2 to 3 weeks. Huge difference. This isn't like okay, we'll reevaluate. Like, the fact that he came back to the bench and they were like, yeah, he was fine. That's huge. So yeah, so maybe he'll miss next game. He can't miss that many of them, man. Guys, how many more can Wemby miss? I don't even know if he can miss that many. And then we got a few back-to-backs coming up pretty soon. He can miss 6 in total. Oh my God. So he can miss 6 games, and then he can have one game that he plays 15 to 19 minutes. They gotta, they kind of 5 more. Okay, they really got to get rid of that 65 game rule. I mean, he is so obviously the defensive player of the year. Like, same with Jokic. Like, isn't Jokic about to miss out on MVP because of this? Jokic isn't as limber as Wemby. Of course not. Of course not. 1 week is okay. 1 week is not okay. All right, because I'm going to a Spurs game January 6th, I think. I do not want to miss Wemby. That's not okay. Shut up.
You've spent, I guess, kind of unfortunately, a lot of time this season watching from the bench with the injuries that you've had. What have you noticed about this group that's made them so resilient where there's a game like this where the energy is down and all of a sudden they're able to find that?
Dude, he's been defensive player of the year all 3 years he's been in the league.
Spark and come back.
Just shows how resourceful these guys are, you know, how deep the team is as well, because it's never like the same guys, you know, it's never the same guy from night to night. And whenever.
That's why we'll be so dangerous if we can consistently feed Wemby and he can just get what he wants. Wembanyama, this game, it was very frustrating because even I know he went out, right? So we didn't have him the full game, but guys, Wemby should have had more than even the attempts he had. Like, the Spurs were not playing through him at times. They were doing their own thing. Let's see. Yeah, he had 12 attempts. Like, he had the same amount of attempts as Keldon Johnson. Like, that's crazy. And also, I really do think that we talked about it the other second. I won't go over it again. But anyways, yeah, he shouldn't just have 12 attempts. Like, how he was playing today, like, come on. They couldn't stop him, bro.
You know, one of us is, has to leave the game, or one of us not making shots that day. Somebody's gonna take their place, you know, and hold everybody also to the standard. So it's really something that, like, the 5 guys on the court can do, but also the however many guys on the bench can do. It's an energy thing.
I'm just curious, watching your free throw routine, it seems you take a second to kind of hold the ball and look down. You're starting to hear the MVP chants. You know, is that something that you kind of think of as a kid, like stuff in dreams almost?
Yeah, for sure. I like it. It's great support. Actually, the Jackals have asked me if, like, it was bothering us when they chant during free throws, and I said no. I personally like it.
I hate all of you. If you're in the Jackals, I hate you because I'm so jealous of you. You're a part of this thing. I'm so jealous of you. We're all a part of it, but I hate you guys.
Just to clarify, hyperextended left knee, you don't expect to be out long?
No, I mean, I expect to be back next game. I don't know what they expect, but yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and that's in French. So if anybody wants to translate, that would be great. I love you. But anyways, I think this is a great sign. Like, when we came up here, took some questions. We saw him obviously on the court saying I'm fine. We saw him talking to the fans saying I'm all right. We had him come back to the bench. Like, there's nothing to truly worry about. And hopefully they can just bring him. If he can play at all, I say bring him back next game. Give him 15 minutes. Go ahead and use up one of those games that you can give him only 15 minutes. Just do it. And then, you know, get him ready for the other ones, because it's a long basketball season. And if it's not a true, because I don't know, because it might be like a genuine true risk for like a huge injury, but if it comes back, all the tests come back and they feel like it's not really a risk of a huge injury coming, then dude, just let him play it out, you know. Maybe not like an intensive 30 something minutes, but if you can go out there for 15 to 20, like, Just let him go out there. We need as many minutes with Wemby, with Fox running mostly, because I do not think Fox runs the offense enough. But with Fox running the offense as much as possible, him and Wemby needs to find a true connection. Okay, they need to start playing together more and more, and we need those two to, because we're going to go as far as those guys take us. As much depth as we have, as good as Castle can be at times, as good as Dylan Harper can be, as good as Julian can be, Vassell can be, we are only going to go as far as Wemby and Fox can take us. And it's not going to be too many games that we win with both of them playing trash, especially big games in the playoffs, that is. So, yeah, we really need them. So I just wanted to play with them. But if they feel like it's not a significant injury, I say put them out there. But I don't know. Yeah, Wemby and Fox low-key disconnected. It's just weird, right? It's a little weird. Like, I mean, even in this game, Wemby hits back-to-back threes, and then it just seems like their two games are – it's more so Fox taking advantage of the space that him and Wemby gets rather than them finding each other and connecting and, having this 1-2 punch or playing off of each other. It seems like it's more just Fox getting his spots because Wemby's on the court. I even go back to that game against the Warriors, right? Where I do think it was kind of like some coaching, but it was the play where we went to Fox at the end of the game, even though Wemby was making some huge plays. That was a crazy game. But we just went to Fox at the end, and there was nothing implementing Wemby in that play at all. And he had Wemby for a alley-oop, which would have been very difficult to catch. So, like, it was a split second. I'm not mad at Fox for not seeing him or anything. But the fact that they weren't able to utilize Wemby and Fox get a play off of because of that, like, that was crazy to me. Like, the defense didn't have to do anything, really. Just play good defense on Fox. We didn't run any play utilizing Wemby in that play at all. I don't know if you guys remember what I'm talking about, but it was such an ugly game to try. I think it was just try to tie it, honestly. It was so bad. But yeah, they just need more chemistry. They need to play. They haven't played together. They've barely played together, really. I love Fox. Fox's money. Fox is really good. But we've seen it's not like Fox isn't capable of playing off of other players. Like him and Sabonis had a really nice 1-2 punch together. So I have no doubt in my mind that him and Wemby can be really great. Might be time to bring Castle off the bench. Hold that thought, please. Do not let it go. That was something that I've kind of advocated for the entire season. And I know emotions are going to run high and low or whatnot. And when Castle gets back on the roll and he starts playing well in the starting line, like, please hold on to that. Because I think that that's true. I think him coming off the bench is still the best possible situation we can be in. He would just destroy second units. And he was good off the bench last season. He looked really good off the bench. We just kill teams, man. He also plays stupid well with Luke Cornett. He's not great at making like second, third reads. That first read with Luke, they play well together. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But he'll start playing good again, but I'm holding that opinion as well. But glad that Wemby's doing okay. Nothing to worry about, guys. Nothing to see here. Oh, I hear my cat. I was wondering where she was. Give me a second, guys. All right. Mika's back. She's back. I don't know where she was. She She was somewhere in this house. My parents have a pretty big house, so I don't know where she was at. But I knew she'd be back. You all right? She does look happy to be here. Anyways. Oh, Carter Bryant is a G League player. Carter Bryant is not a G League player necessarily, but he does need reps. And if you're not going to give him enough reps, then yeah, send him to the G League. That's okay. But I think he's getting some good minutes. Is Wemby okay? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the first video I'll upload tomorrow is good news on Wemby. And then I'll upload how I felt about this game. And then we'll upload what Wemby had to say. Well, I will upload 2 Wemby segments tomorrow. Mika says too busy attacking the Titans. Maybe. All right, guys. Well, it is New Year's Eve. So I hope you guys have a great New Year. Girl, what are you doing? I hope you guys have a great New Year's. I will see you on Friday. And I'll actually be back at my place, right? So I won't be here. So we'll have our stuff set up. So I'll give it to you guys later. I appreciate all the love. Happy New Year's. See you next time. Bye. 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 Everyone have a great rest of your day. Spurs W. And we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday, man. All right, y'all. Bye. 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 Bye.